Welcome back again, class. Today we should be covering how we draw a 4-point a 4-point flow graph of an FFT. So we'll start off by breaking down our 4-point flow graph into two stages. Our first stage is going to be comprised, and I just noticed this, our first stage is going to be composed of two 2-point FFTs, and the second stage will be one 4-point. So I'll go back through at a later time and fix that. So we'll notice again that these first two will be our even components, much like how we did our 2-point in our previous videos. And these bottom two will be our odd. And that comes from our actual signal that we input into the DFT. So x of 0, 2, x1, 3, even and odd. And those inputs will give us our outputs at stage 1, our A0 to A3. And those act as our inputs for our outputs at stage 2, which are our endpoint f of 0 to f of 3. So I'll go ahead and clear those guys out at the bottom so you don't see them later on in the video and keep thinking that we're doing crazy. So moving over to our equations, I'll try to back out a bit, see if we can fit it all in with it being able to be read pretty well. We have our stage 1 equation, which will tell us what all of our a's are equal to. So I'll go over real quick that our twiddle factor in our stage 1, because we have a 2-point FFT, our bottom k is going to be value of 2, and our top r's, which is the specific sample number you're looking for. So in our 2-point, you can look for the 0th sample or the first sample if you want to think of it like that. That's where we get our W0 of 2, W1 of 2, and that repeats for each of the 2 points that we're going to have, as we have 2 of them, or even in our odd. And then over in our stage 2, it's a 4-point in our base. K's are 4s, and we have our R values from 0 to 3. So I'll move back over here to our flow graph, and we'll start writing out how we solve. Say for A of 1, we can look over here at our equation, see that it's a straight mapping of our x of 2 over, and then our x of 0 multiplied by our twiddle factor, and the same would be for our A of 0. I'm going to zoom in so I can write my twiddle factors in nice. It's going to be 0 W, there we go, 2, 0. Okay. Then for our A of 1, it'll be W2, 1. Just like we did in our last video. For the A of 1, our x of 2 multiplied by W0 of 2, added to x of 0, straight multiplication by 1. Same for A of 1, the x of 0 multiplied by twiddle factor W1 of 2, added to x of 2. So I'll go in real quick and I'll do the same thing for our A of 2 and our A of 3. It'll be an exact repeat of what we did right above. We'll have W2, 0, going down for the 143, W2, 1. Simple enough. So once we have our actual output, and we can't forget to put these arrows in, guys, it shows that you can only travel in one direction. Okay. Over here, stage 2, we'll be using our inputs from we'll be using the outputs from our stage 1 as our inputs for our stage 2. And it acts just the same as we did before, except now we're using a 4-point, so our twiddle factor has base 4, and our R samples go from 0 to 3. So, go ahead, solve for our f of 0. From our equation, it was a straight line over from our a of 0, and then we're going to add our a of 2 multiplied by our total factor, w for 0. There we go. And to solve for our f of 1, it's going to be back over here at our equation, a1 plus total factor w1 of 4 by a3. Back over here, we'll draw that in for you. From our a3 down there at the bottom, I'm going to draw a line up here to our f of 1. Total factor w4 of 1, because of the f of t sample 1. Can't forget our arrows. And we'll fill them out for our f of 2. It'll be straight mapping of a of 2 plus the total factor w2 of 4 by a of 0. Straight mapping. We'll drop this line down here. I'll try to get them in a little better. I don't know what happened right there. W4 of 2. And for f of 3, the straight mapping of a of 3 plus the total factor multiplied by a of 1. Start up here at a of 1, drop our line, down to our f of 3, putting in our arrowhead, multiplying by the total factor. Okay guys, so this is how a 4-point flow graph will look for an FFT using a summation algorithm of radix 2. So I'll go ahead here. I'll correct that from the beginning of the video. Stage 2 is 1 4-point. Stage 1 is 2-point stage, but we'll have 2 of them. Okay. Some things to note: you can have different algorithms for FFT. And when I say that in our videos we used radix 2, they also have radix 4, or radix 3, go by prime numbers, other things like that. So we'll sum up our video with that. We'll see you guys later on in some more videos or in our module.